Wait, don't tell me it was double playing and making the double noise all along and all this time. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry for the mishap. I didn't realize the mic was on already and it was my bad, my bad, my bad. My bad, ladies and gents. Hello to all of you. Should we be surprised? Should we be surprised? Is anybody here who's here surprised? If you're surprised, press 1. If you're surprised, please dial 1. Right? Good, 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 Casey. Good, good. So I see we have no ones here. There we go. What did we have there? Unsatisfied. What do you mean? Faithler, what do you mean? Unsatisfied. Yeah, Mohammed, we expected this. We spoke about this. Most of the momentum was squeezed because of how the pre-market behaved. We ended up, let's see. We know we want to look at the 1 hour chart, right? That's the one we find the most interesting. Currently, we didn't even make it all the way down, started to break down. You see how where it doesn't matter, as I said before, this is not one-to-one. These processes are not one-to-one, and you have to understand the overarching trend. This is why we go to the larger time frames, right? To see what is the overarching trend. And then, with you guys, because we want to make sure everything is sort of shown, we don't skip anything, we start from the bottom and we go all the way through so we can see how that larger formation that we're seeing, this convergence, how we're seeing basically this, and we're looming over for a long time, how we're seeing the 1 day moving downwards. We were preparing for this to hit oversold territory, right? Get amplified subsequently. So yes, it's quite distinct and clear. We just usually start looking at the granularity of things to look how, everything looks in when we zoom in on it, so we can actually see that quantum realm, if you will, of the trading world. And what we get is this. We get to see the actual minutia, the everyday movement, if you will. There's a lot we can skip today. I feel like today we're probably gonna have, especially right now, the more regular people, because the other people are probably too busy panicking and tearing their hair out or whatever. We're just kind of chilling and watching this unravel as we were preparing to. Adam, I'm glad to hear, my friend. That makes me tremendously happy. Danny, top of the afternoon to you as well. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Actually, it is. I'm finally getting to have my real coffee, not the one you wake up with in the morning, the one that actually lets you, get the hang of things. Nannies, you're a magical mod. She's my magical mod. You better respect Nanny's authority. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell. Patreon and the Discord in the description below. Big announcement that I made yesterday. I reopened the academy. 2 spots have already been taken. There are technically 3 still open. Hurry up, because once they're done and locked, and that's it until further notice. So don't miss out. If you don't want to take the academy and it's a bit steep for you, go, of course, get the Patreon. So it's only $10 a month, and you get to participate in all the Zoom calls, not just once a month in the public. You get to participate in 4, maybe 5, depending on the month and what we're doing. Murat, good to see you, my friend. Very good to see you. Nice, thank you very much for reminding me. My brain is all over the place as usual. Thank you very much. And yes, hit the bell, gents and ladies, because otherwise you will not be informed. Then you will say why YouTube does not inform me. Bell is very important. We close the gap. That's a good question there. You know what? Let's look at. I think we have. Yes, yeah, we have. We have closed the primary gap that we were looking at. So come on, TradingView. Wait, oops, sorry, I'm an idiot. It does work. I just didn't go far enough. All right. So, so we have this. We have the gap. We know of that's 54.55, 55.01. Let's look. I'm sorry for that mishap, ladies and gents. I just looked at the sign. I was like, yeah, it's gonna appear here. Um, so yeah, we closed the gap. Gap is the gap is definitely closed. So we've done the gap perfectly. As we see, the closing of the gap, those who are not regulars, not familiar, that means we need to see continuous price action crossing through that resistance and support levels. That sort of crosses off the whole thing. Actually, not this, it's this, because now we're already in the very next gap. Because remember, we had them bunched up. Let's see if it's the very next gap already, or am I... No, it's the previous, it's leftovers from before. So what we're hitting right now, it's leftovers from before because we don't have any gap here. The actual gap subsequently later is actually here. So if we zoom out a little bit, if we zoom out just to have ourselves kind of aware where is what is who is who, who, very who. Let's put this who in here. This is Mr. Doctor. Yes, like this. So we're gonna see this later there. You know, the green partition probably will retain, but regardless, we can see it this way, right? So we're assessing our next gap. Hold on, let me just retrace back to the price action. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm trying to get everything done. Sorry. Funny enough, by the way, if we're seeing this, we're kind of squeezing it already. We're running too cold or too hot on the cold side, on reverse, if you will, for a while here on the 5 minutes. So we're probably going to see some little slowly going to pick up here in one form or another, maybe drag out a little bit more and then start picking up, but probably going to see retest of that. These levels, the 54, 55. I mean, come on, guys and girls, you don't expect this to just be done and over with that fast. So I mean, it's just not gonna happen that fast. We have to consider that fact. So, but let's look at 30 minutes. You know, I mean, let's look at 30 minutes. So right now we know we're not really residing in anything too strong because these were already closed before, right? But let's see what 30 minutes gives us. 30 minutes is still bearish. Wow, there's more to go. Can we drag it out to 54.09? That actually looks very promising. I got to say, 30 minutes. Sorry, give me a sec. Pardon me, got a bit of a cold. Had to clear my nose. So yeah, this is not too indicative of anything bullish yet. So that means actually we have more downside. Could be that we're gonna meet. I mean, with that difference that of 430 and let's call it a 409. So that's, let's call it $20, 21, 22 as I'm standing for right now. So all in all, that's rather easily established. In no time, I think, within the 30 minutes time frame that we're seeing here, considering the fact that we can see probably, I mean, the 7 leftover minutes of this one and the beginning of next one, easily we can make it into the oversold territory, thus amplifying this and more so solidifying the potential of 5409. The very next thing we should be more attentive to. I think I might have went a bit overboard on this one, or one of them could be. Well, we'll see whether it's 537 or 5376 or 5372. Doesn't really matter. That's the very next thing after 5409, which can be. I mean, that depends on how oversold we're going to be this time around. Which, let's look at 45 minutes again. Also very bearish. 1 hour bearish, as we were expecting from yesterday, finally turning around. So quite bearish, but is this the end of it all, or are we gonna turn and flip? But this doesn't matter. Even if we're gonna do this, and what we are gonna end up with is basically salvaging a bit back from what was already done to the downside. In other words, at best, even if hitting 5409, the same way we've projected and said, well, the point in time where we said 5584 is no longer relevant, right? Or that far away that it's not going to be done in a single session. So it still can be testing 5409 back to 5446 to maybe 5455, right? So we can have all the three levels that the market will be testing, and they're of course not perfectly aligned as you would imagine, you know, top, middle, and sort of bottom. It's kind of slightly deviated, if you will. Now that as we go, the trend to the downside becomes more confirmed, if you will, and we become more confident in what we're seeing, exactly what we said earlier, because we were following this thing all from the beginning. Those who don't know or new can actually follow the older videos and see that we've been talking about exactly these phenomena and how we're gonna slowly go to the side and eventually subsequently break because we're running out of momentum, and we're getting exactly that right now. The further we go, the lower we can go, at least for the time being, because we see that on the larger time frames, but also prepare for corrections, because that's the natural procession of the market. Nothing is straight up forward. Oftentimes people miss that even when we go to the upside, we also have corrections to the downside, right? It's just natural. Those are natural processes in the market until we lose all momentum, flatten out, and break down for a correction. Or in this instance, we'll see, of course, because in this instance it's the actual pivot point, so it's quite important. But more so we know because the forecast for the longer duration future is also rather bearish, sadly. At least the longer doesn't mean forever. A lot of people, you know, I'm sorry, the people who find this difficult to digest, get a helmet. All I can say is get a helmet. Grow up or get a helmet. One of the two, or drop off. There's nothing I can offer for you. I'm not gonna stop telling you the truth and telling you the market is selling off right now, while it's, you know, pretending that it's not the case. So it's going to be difficult, but it's not the end of all things. Remember, the market naturally is bullish. Naturally, that means even when we're going to finalize the whole process, those who will capitalize on this, of course, will be far more profitable in the long run. But right now, people don't be too preoccupied with the downside as much as be preoccupied with the opportunities that this downside presents. Oh, do not forget it down. We were there. Yes. We closing up. Yes. Have an Aquila gap. Okay. We have Nagila. No, I'm not sure. Hello. 102. 102. What were we talking about? What? Nvidia. Yeah. I guess so. I told you. Sorry, I told you. I have told you. Nannies, she's my best moderator on the planet. Other moderators learn from Nannies. Although, I mean, Nannies, thank you so much. You're the best, literally. Guys and girls, those who don't know, to get more of that information, to be more up to speed, to discuss these things in depth, join the Discord, become a member. Yes, that's the difference. When you're in public, we get to hang out sometimes. If you're a member, you get to hang out with us on the daily basis. Every day, most of the days, almost every day, we hang out a little bit in the Discord, talk about everything and anything between the markets and just, you know, hanging around, talking about life, food, you name it, whatever comes up, right? Join in, bring the topics. Which planet I'm on from? Saturn. Saturn. Saturn is dumb, like dense on Hebrew. Arnon. You're a legend, brother. You are a legend. Arnon is one of our mods on the Discord, an absolute legend in his own right, a very smart man when it comes to options, absolute brilliant man. He trades, manages funds, people's funds. He knows what he's doing. I would say talk to him when it comes to options. I'm an idiot compared to him when it comes to options, literally. Yeah, absolutely, Mama. The Arnon is absolutely a trading goat. That is absolutely true. I trade not options, and right now I'm not trading. Right now I'm just sitting on SQQQ and buying more. You guys know, but generally I do trade. But Arnon does day trading as a profession, basically professionally for a very long time now, consistent returns. just chef's kiss on his work. Absolutely. So yeah, he knows how to listen to very smart people, like myself. Wink, wink. I don't see the comment, Arlen. It's behind the stupid heart thing again. Something. I'm sure it's something nice. Love you much, brother. Here, I'm gonna put noise so I can see what you're saying. You're only an idiot when you talk, Greg. Of course, when I breathe. All right. So where were we? Where were we? We were looking at this to be really more on top of things. Today can be very interesting. Given that today is Friday, the market is very volatile. We got a couple of reports. The market isn't very uncertain right now. I think there's a lot of activity. I don't know, how are we doing on volume right now? Are we low as the rest of the days, or are we a little bit better today? If I may be so rude and ask you. Low. Gotcha. Yeah, no surprise. Easy move. Easy move. All right, so no big surprise here for us. We kind of see a little bit of a correction. Makes sense. On that sort of a dip, we should see a little bit of a correction right there. Makes sense. Here we go, 5 minutes. As we said, running too cold or too hot in reverse for a long time. Thus, a bit of a correction. 45 minutes. Also, quick, before we go on, John, if you're here, John who asked about Tom Lee's picks, I'm sorry I forgot to look at your request back the other day. Please, if you are, make yourself known. I will take a look today. Upside, so potentially some upside on the 30 minutes once done with all this. I mean, it's overturning, so we can see almost the right. We can, my God, I cannot draw to save my own life, but you get the idea, right? Boys and girls, we're seeing what we're seeing, running up. Yeah, I know it's probably gonna have some run up there, correction, retest, maybe. I mean, we definitely know 5487 area. Potentially, we seem to be an intraday strong area there. We know our 55 still active, so but we're definitely moving to that very next step lower. Murat, SPX 5370 Nvidia. Yeah, Murat, we predicted all of it. No surprises for us, right? Before rate cuts. Are you saying? Are you asking? What's going on, Murat? I'm confused about. No question mark there. If you're saying, I mean, it's we can go even lower before rate cuts. If you think about it, we can go even lower. You're kind of highballing it, if you will. You're being very tame. You just made 6K on this. You see, guys, he complains all the time, and just today he already made 6K just on this. I don't even know what was the rest of his daily profits. Arnon, I tell you. Yeah, he is. He's absolutely amazing. It is amazing, and he is amazing. In that sense, Arnon is one of those select few. I cannot stop giving him compliments. The same way, look, we have a group of people who are professional to the fullest extent of what they do, and we like to keep ourselves kind of close, like a team, if you will. We have Arnon, we have Tim Titan. We have Tom, of course, who's a legend. I don't even have to say. I try to do as best as I can. Hope you guys are happy with me so far. So yeah, I mean, we do have a very, very good team of people, and Arnon is definitely one of the best people I've met that actually that do have consistent returns on day trading with options, and he knows how to do this thing. I cannot give him enough props, and the rest of the guys as well. I cannot say that I've ever enjoyed working and conversing with the people I have been in the last 4 years ever in my life, as much as I have had fun in those last 4 years prior to it. It's just amazing people, amazing community, amazing hangouts, amazing information, amazing knowledge, amazing experiences. Just all in all, absolutely amazing. Like I said, just pure fun for me. Or as I will say right now in the chat, mwah, chef's kiss. Mwah. Yes, it is what it is. What else? People, yeah, those who probably wonder and want to know how to get the academy, the one-on-one academy, where I teach technical analysis in depth. You need to reach out to me on Discord, DM me, direct message me, that is. And we have a call, a voice call, that is. We get in touch. Please get in touch with me only when you're available, not, just doing lots of running around. If you're available, get in touch with me. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. We'll do a little call, get to know each other, see if we're compatible, if I can offer, sort of provide what you're looking for, if what I provide is what you're looking for and you're happy and satisfied, and we can proceed, and then you can sign up and have a schedule. Have a schedule and sign up, this kind of comes together, but yeah. That is about the academy. Discord, join us all. Highly recommend. You have also the public section, which is just insane 24/7. There's somebody there 24/7. I am not kidding you. It is absolutely insane. A little bit insane, like I just said. A little bit all over the place, but also very much fun as well. What else? Let's look at what the market is doing. Yeah, a little bit of upside, more downside on the larger time frame. So, I mean, all in all, we're just they're eating back at what we've dealt them a blow, if you will, the bears right now, which I am part of the bears right now, if you will. Well, the market sold off, and now the market is buying back up, sort of mitigating these effects. Regardless, at the end of the day, it's far more likely than not that this trend will continue, although probably testing higher doesn't mean anything about a change of direction. It just means that we're going to be testing higher naturally. 1 second. Nvidia, nowhere to run. What do you mean? I mean, it's definitely clearly going down. So I lose all the time. Making sure the losses are smaller than the profits. Yes. Very correct. Any questions for me though, guys and girls, before I finish the live? Arnold, you need to start your own channel. What is this? Taking over my live. Nah, just kidding, brother. Keep hydrated. Yes, don't forget to keep hydrated. DV, very important. I agree, keep hydrated. Yes. Yes, no, Nvidia can still test 110 easily. Nvidia can still drop to 100. Sort of testing back and forth. Of course, that is as we switch and we go lower and lower and lower. That's why the overarching, bigger, larger trend matters a lot more to us than these sort of the intraday, minor movements up and down. It's all about what we retain and what sort of trend we're really actually on, and what sort of momentum do we have right now, which is unsurprisingly so very much in line with what we're seeing on the overall market. So it's not that surprising. Yes, Lucas. It's going to be quite messy. That is going. My forecast shows so, or rather, what I'm seeing with regards to the technicals for the current time being. We can see that on the larger time frames, and there's no way to run away from it. It's just going to take a very long time to play out the whole process, and because we the people experience the market on the daily basis, it is very easy to get tunnel vision or sort of lose sight of the target and where the actual price action is taking us towards, or doing in the grand scheme of things. And if you do follow that, you make sure that you don't get lost in your intraday trades or swing trades, and that way you can actually squeeze out of the market. Not even squeeze, just simply pick up from the market. Instead of 20% return on the yearly basis, you can squeeze, or like I said, get up to hundreds of percents on the yearly basis. Of course, it takes a lot more dedication, a lot more. It's another job. It is another job, and it's not easy. It's not an easy job, for that matter. So, questions. Not making big steps. Actually, let's look at Tesla. Let's look at Tesla. What big steps is it making? No, it done exactly what we said. It tested that resistance that before, and it failed, and got rejected downside. I mean, everything is normal. Still going back. Just these small impulses. We're just still testing this time around. As you've seen, we've got to test this diagonal trend we've been going on and retaining for a very, very long time, right? You can see clearly how well we've been retaining it. Yeah, perfect. So, as you can understand, the market is, with regards to Tesla, haven't done anything nice other than, well, you know, had some, it allowed the institutions to sell into this, and you guys definitely accommodated. Does that mean, I mean, being inside the gap and being so close, just give it another nice day and we close the gap and continue to the downside, still giving it lower highs. Normal. And trading back into the range, right? So you get the idea. Alex, good to see you here, Alex. Smash the like and subscribe, and subscribe the like the subscribe, and like the bell. Lick the bell. Yes, lick the bell. Haha. You all need to do the like thingy, right? It is the like thingy because it is free. Like thingy. Like, that looks bad. I better delete this. Looks like a poop. Yes. Subscribe. You don't want to subscribe? No problem. You will not know what the market do. If you don't want to get cheat code for the market, I don't problem. It is all no problem. Yes. Happy Friday. Mike, very good. Yes, I agree. Mike, here you go. Yes. Happy Friday. Yes. +1 on that. Happy Friday. Cheap code? You cheap code. Cheat code. You banana. Cheap code. IMHQ. IMHQ? Is that HQ? No? Alex. No ticker like you want. No, wait. It's O. No. Alex, your ticker doesn't work. You're done trading for today? BBY. BBY? BBY. That's actually, I mean, you know I'm gonna like this one, but damn. This is a bit of a problem. Is you still have some. We'll see. You know what? It's probably. You know what? No, I'm underestimating this. Before I assess this, give me. Yeah, no, you're probably gonna test this instead. No, no, no. No, but this does not mean anything. We need to. I mean, yes and no. The problem with this is those are who Hawkeyed. It's, you see, it's not above. That could be natural. That could be just the procedure of doing this, and crossover, 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 and overbought, amplifying, giving you higher prices. We know staples do good in these times. We could be seeing, but then again, you see the problem with staples, and although when you look at this thesis, people don't realize what the thesis really says is that they're going to be doing good relative to the rest. So it's like, but then again, your money being parked anywhere. I mean, then you see, you have very few places to park your money for it to actually give you returns, which we know what we're talking about here, wink, wink. And if not, then you just kind of have to choose what's your for the flavor of loss, if that makes any sense, you know. Sadly, that's the sad reality of the thing. Volume going up. All right, all right. I mean, yeah, they're trying to salvage some of that. They want to sell more on the upside. What do you mean? Of course, it's going up. What are we? We have a lot of hours ahead. You guys probably really want to do a live later today. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a live later today. Heads up. It's not certain. Heads up. There's a high probability here. I'm not gonna be doing a live later in the evening. Maybe I'm just gonna hang out a little bit on the Discord, talk to the members a little bit, bring you guys up to speed. Sorry, there is a benefit of being a member. That's one of those. I'm just because I have a lot to do today later. I'm not sure if I'll be around to do a proper live, but you guys are informed. You know everything. Like I keep you up to speed on a daily basis, so I'm not really that worried. Most of you are very skilled. And my academy members, please help each other. Literally help each other. You're look at yourself as like a force, like a squad, right? So you're as good as your worst part. In other words, help each other. If I'm not there. What? I can't fall asleep without my voice, Thomas. You right now, mate. I hate my voice. My voice goes back and forth, and because I had and still have some dental issues to resolve, my voice is really fucked up. And I'm sorry for being honest. And it's just sort of really screwed up, and I kind of caught a cold. And I really don't feel like being annoying and clearing my throat every other minute here as I do on the Discord, because we're on the live here, just gonna be there forever. So I try to, but yeah, I hate my voice. We all do, I guess. But I've heard somehow people compliment me on it, which is just insane to me. But we're not here for my voice. We're here for what I say. That's a whole different story. Worse. My arms are my worst part. No, Arnon, you being an a-hole sometimes is their worst part. I'm just kidding. Arnon, by the way, is the shiniest example how Arnon and I can disagree a lot of the times, but we can have a healthy debate. Really, it's not. There is no win. We're not looking for a winner. We're looking for the best solution and way out of things, or the most correct thing. Arnon is a true friend of mine, and ignore his nonsense because he's just being sarcastic and hilarious. But generally, Arnon is just a legend. You can actually disagree with him and have a healthy debate. We all do. That's part of the community. That's part of how we do things. Like Ariel, what do you mean? What do you mean, Alex? Alex BG and OC? Guys, don't let Alex manage here everything. What is this? Alex, what are you? The only one here? What is this? Oh, I mean, wait, let's see the year, where are we? Oh, huh? What is this? What? This is an abnormality. Huh? Huh. That is one hell of an abnormality. What is it? What is this? Because it's a dividend asset. That's why. I mean, obviously. Yeah, it's because it's a dividend asset. Alex, wait, buy more on the low end. That's it. It's a BG is simple. Knock, you said? Northrop Grumman, right. Right. You know how I feel about Northrop Grumman. I do like them. Because, like, there is nothing in the military. I like military, I like firearms, I like even the stuff I don't know nothing about, like tanks and planes and all that. Like, I'm basically a moron when it comes to all that heavy equipment. I served in the armory, those who don't know, for a little bit. Almost a year towards the end of my service. I'm just a big firearm enthusiast. I do love firearms. Where is Brad for this? Brad, are you alive, Brad? Do we have Brad? Brad, hope Brad is alive. Brad, shout out to you when you're gonna watch this later. So I do like the defense contractors of all sorts because they do have in my book this warm fuzzy place. So, and again, they're good place. They're good assets to hold long term. If you really play a bit, I mean, expensive, definitely expensive. We know why. No, I don't have to say, which makes sense. That's why I pick up when it's slow. Don't wait. Let's see. Let's see the bigger picture. Let's see what you can get on this. I mean, you're definitely gonna get the 300s again. So, I mean, the high 300s as it seems, at least for the time being, extrapolating from this, based on the weekly, you're easily gonna test the 400s and the 300s. Maybe high 300s, but still. Let's see monthly. Oh, monthly. Oh, crap. Oof. Let's see what you're. Where is this? Where is this? 279. What's your monthly? Yeah, no, this is out of the. Maybe on the next cycle, we'll see. Expensive. Alex, not a good. Damn it, that's such a good buy. When you look at this, it's like almost perfect. What is this? What is this bullshit? Bullshit. Bullshit. Okay, so bears dominant, going down. You know what it is, Alex? What I think it is that you're gonna move for. Well, first of all, your target should be here on the half year. Let's call it 300, because by the time it's gonna make it there, it's not gonna be that 2. It's gonna be more like 3-ish, I believe. It's not gonna be a straightforward process. You might have some weird highs here, like a head, then a shoulder that's gonna slip. Sorry, like a head, and then it's gonna have a shoulder and slip. So you're probably gonna. By the time you're gonna get there, it's gonna take a long time. And re-ask me when we do this if I'm gonna be right. Re-ask me when we get close to this. Or, of course, Alex, shout out to my students. As a previous student of mine, you do know how to analyze the market yourself properly. If you have any issues, of course, hit me up. I'll gladly help you out. We're gonna, take a look at it together if need be. And yeah, I do think you have some downside there. If you wanna, you know what to do. I don't have to tell you. If you need to unload a bit, if you need to prepare for this, whatever, right? If you want to wait to unload on the higher point potentially, but it seems like you're either going to be making a bull flag for the time being and correcting on it later down the line. I wouldn't say don't be. I mean, I wouldn't be buying right now. I wouldn't be buying right now with both hands. You do you, Alex. We can talk about this. We can talk about this at home, Alex. Yes, Alex, we're gonna talk about this at home. You know, I take the Schwabra, I hit you on the popa. Yes. What is this? I mean, as people in triple Q Tesla. Alex, come on. I know you have a sexy portfolio. Come on, don't brag. Yeah, Alex knows his stuff. He's been around and yeah. Alex, much love, my brother. What is question? Great cash secured puts. I don't see. Okay, I saw. Arnold, you see, Arnold is like a radar. He's like a radar that works 24/7, which is good. This is we highly respect that when people are all the time very attentive and pick up on things like that. And it's like, okay, there's an opportunity for me there to do something. Why not? Yeah, sure, Arnold. Come on. I don't have to tell you, brother. You know your shit. Shit. Right, let's see. On what, Alex? Yeah, Arnon is on it. Yeah. All right, boys and girls. How are we doing here? How are we doing? Yeah. I don't notice. I'm just kind of running through things. I don't remember who's asking for what. I mean, come on. You know I'm a moron. Come on. uh, hey, at least I didn't miss anything today, like I did miss on the other stream. So I hope I didn't miss any tickers this time around. Again, boys and girls, tickers. Tickle me, Elmo, or whatever it's called. Okay. Yeah, earlier. Good. Okay, no problem. You see, no problem. SML again. Haven't we checked it? Francisco, do you want me to look at it every other day? Well, what's going on? What's the deal? What's the shtick here? No, Francisco, no. It's not gonna work like that. I'm gonna put you in timeout in the corner. Yeah, I mean, come on. I bet I told you. I bet I told you this was coming. I bet I told you. Yes. Okay. Well. Microsoft, Mama. Of course. Let's do this. Let's do my. Actually, that's a good one. I haven't looked at Microsoft for a long time. Oh, come on. Similar picture. It's almost like we switched from one to the other and we get some upside here. We can see that's gonna be some nice stuff here. So we're testing. It's, you know what it is? It's that switch over. You see how the channel was the longer one, and now we're starting to form the shorter duration, right? Which is the more tame one, the flatter one. The curve starting to flatten, right? We can almost see how we're starting to move into that area. And I do think we do have some movement within it, similarly to how we have Tom. Hello. That means we have to look at Palantir, of course. Let's look at the weekly. Actually, weekly is, I mean, it's kind of still bearish, but it's also not. Subsequently, because it's getting colder over the time, it still might take this. So you see what we're getting here is this kind of opposite wedge, right? You can all see what's going on here. We're getting this thing and this thing. So we might move into this area, which kind of, well, blocks us off, test both, if you will, then to just switch over into this territory. So, I mean, we're going to probably test. There's a lot of testing there to be done. There's some more supports and resistance internally, but that actually, I mean, for Microsoft and under the fact that it's being tech and all that, look, what we can conclude from this is something very simple. everything that is tech is gonna suffer, right? If it's a tsunami, no one is gonna, stay dry out or come out not damaged out of it. The question is that if you, like Tesla, for example, or some of the other assets that are in the news cycle and are highly sought after, if you will, their bullish momentum, it's not like the bullish momentum is not there. At any given time, there are people, and you don't know about the rest of the world who's buying, who's not part of our community, who thinks otherwise, right? Think about it. But those people not do not allow the market to overturn. So all it does, it mitigates the fall. It's like you're gonna fall, yes, but it's not gonna be as horrible on the bottom, and you're not gonna fall as rapidly. So Microsoft, I do think inherently, being what they are, being the monster that they are, yes, they're gonna fall, but not as bad as some of the other. Of course, not as the small caps. The small caps will suffer a lot more. I mean, look, guys, we're seeing the same phenomenon, the same structure. Do I really have to emphasize that this is sort of, Mama, you understand this already, because we already spoke about this a little bit, but you see what's going on. The momentum, they're all so highly correlated to one another. It's a network, it's a web. So you cannot pull on one part of the web without expecting the other part of the web, although being on the other side of things, to break down as well. So it looks like it's just going to have a less ugly fall with some of the other better assets. For example, we said Apple does not fall under that group because their momentum, just with all due respect, right? Look, notice the difference. This is already in process. That means we're going to enter downside earlier than the rest of the assets. And when we hit oversold territory, this means to us basically we're going to break down to like half a price. That's what it seems on Apple. And that is not the bottom of it even, right? That's what Apple looks like on the larger time frames. Yeah, of course, it's going to be mitigated, but it doesn't have that mitigating effect that you see on Microsoft. You start to see what I mean? So Microsoft will suffer, but not necessarily as bad as Apple. It's almost like you put your money where it's going to retain more of its value as we go. Tesla, good example, it's going to fall deep, but relative to other companies, and again, the car sector, which it's considered into, and the more we're going to progress with energy storage, with the self-driving, which is a bit convoluted when we spoke about this in the community. It has a lot to do with insurance still, regulation. There's a lot of hurdles. More so, we want to start see green earnings. We want to see a couple of things to factor in before the correction, which we know so far we haven't done anything all that crazy. So what? We've moved above. We had some slippage to the upside. We have slippage to the bottom and to the upside. We have, we've been retaining the trend for so long. It's not going to happen today or tomorrow that we're going to start suddenly, breaking down this system that we've built up over time, and it will require something major. And if we're going to a downwards correction, we know we're going to be eventually shoved into that tiny little wedge at the end, where it's all going to be kind of testing it all to the point of breakout, and only then we're actually going to see some bullishness. Right now, it's still the same old plan, which is actually, I put it a bit high. It's like 100. It's like here, like somewhere around these levels. There's that. Palantir, let's do Palantir. 29, nothing surprising for us. Technically, Palantir is still doing 30.07. The fact that it's the same way, we just slipped below, right? We're making a new trend. Does that mean we take that exit? No. We might as well still be testing that range. Basically, the curve is flattening, right? The same way we do naturally after every movement we do. Long downtrend, retest, long uptrend, retest. Giving the current mark. Okay, so I'm going to go to questions before, because Tom, Palantir, we're already there. Here, let's go. Yeah. Other stocks that might interest. What? Okay. Greg, given the current market trends, what the key technical indicators should investors watch closely? Closely in September to assess potential market direction. Okay. Okay. So let's look. If we want to look at September, that's actually a very good question. So let's go weekly. Weekly is going to give us kind of an idea right? So we're seeing that transition between August into September, as we're just about to. Right, so September, sorry, we're already transitioning. I meant to, but we're doing this transition. What are the key indicators that we're transitioning to? That's what I meant. Well, let's look at this way. So we have the weekly, monthly. Monthly is finally overturning like we were predicting, right? As we switched the monthly finally got closed. So we're seeing this. So the main indication that we're looking at this month will be probably the weekly and the monthly chart, right? They will be the most significant ones. Those were the ones that will basically, the monthly is, because if before we saw this convergence and we were suspicious of this coming to fruition, it's not certain, right? This time around that we already moved over, now we know it's certain. So now the expectation is for it to get amplified as we go, because this is what we see on the monthly. We also go now back to the weekly and we see the same sort of phenomenon, just that we know these are not, this is sort of a directional indicator in essence, but it does not show us the entirety of the waves unless we're looking at the larger time frame. So if we're going to be objective about this, this is actually a downtrend wave represented in linear form. In other words, the fact of the matter that moves up and down doesn't mean a thing. So what is indicative for us is that we're actually becoming bearish on a longer duration, so mid duration that we see, mid time frames, and in other words, bringing us to the downside, right, into oversold territory. As we said, as we suspected, this is a downtrend. This is not the whole process we're going to do in oversold, bringing us even further lower, potentially testing the lows that we said here, the 53.38 levels ish. And then subsequently, when we're going to break these, we're going to be looking, well, that's not September though. If we're looking at September, we're probably looking at making these levels and maybe halfway, maybe we're, let's say 52 area. So 52, 53, that's the areas we should be looking out towards. That is it. Let me just clean it up just to be sure we can see it well. Oh, I just cleaned up, I think, too much. Yeah, there we go. Cleaned up a little bit too much. Let me just clean this up a little bit. All right, done. Perfect. So let's look at this again. Oh, come on. So yeah, the areas and of course that we're looking at is the gaps getting closed. Those are going to be very indicative for us making our way towards the 53, 54 ranges to close that other gap. That is very much indicative of the direction that we're going to be taking during the months of September. That is it, Tom. I hope that was a good enough of an answer. Of course, seeing the large caps test the lows that we spoke about with regards to NVIDIA. If we spoke about the S1, S2, S3 that we have here, right? That was these levels, the levels of, I'm just going to show you so you can see that in more of a cohesive way, right? So we had, no, I can't like this is going to be good. All right, so we had S1, come on. Clean it up a little bit, give me a sec. So we had S1, which is, doesn't look like it's S1 marking this line, the 110 level. S2, which is what we're making our way. I predicted this in the video 8-9 days ago, something like that. All of these, you can go watch the video, see that. So those who watch my videos were prepared. Surprise, surprise. Brings me back to like, subscribe, ring the bell, move it to everything. Otherwise, you will not be informed and tell me, Greg, I didn't know. All that great stuff. Nanny's just posted the link in the description, in the chat. You can join our Discord. Make sure to confirm the rules so you'll not be stuck in limbo. Also, those who wanna and are willing to put down these $10 a month will be able to participate with in our daily conversations, which happen pretty much every day on the Discord, on the voice chats, and all the wonderful stuff. And those who are interested in the academy, DM me. The academy has been reopened. 2 spots have already been taken. There are 3 left. Once taken, locked until further notice, just like before. So hurry up. There are many interested people. Whoever takes, you know, first come, first serve basis. So, so we have 100, we have the 100 level, we said, and we have the 91 range, 91 to 87 range, which is S3, right? So you see all that stuff. What I do in my academy is I teach you how to analyze these sort of things, come up with all these supports and resistances, how to do it right, all the in-depth analysis, the tools, all of the above, harmonics, all of that beautiful stuff. All right, we've got that covered. Sorry. I'm sorry. I need to mute myself for a second to clear my throat, ladies and gents. I'm just so sorry. Like I said, I caught a cold a bit or something, and my voice is freaking just going nuts on me. Sorry. All right, I'm more normal now. Thank you. Good. Let's continue. Nannies, you are the best moderator on the planet. Other YouTubers can wish they had moderators near as good as you are. You are a true gift to me and my channel. I can say I need more of you because you're just a legend. You're just covering all corners all the time. Let Arnold do the other ones do some work. But you're a legend. Thank you. Nannies, you are an absolute legend. Absolute legendary legend. That is. It's a cheat sheet. Like Nanny said, guys, those who don't want to participate or watch this because it's unpleasant, okay, no problem. You prefer to leave the money on the table, so to speak. You prefer not to know. I'm okay with that. Just don't tell me what to do in my channel. That is my channel. I'm gonna say what I want. You don't like it. Nice to see you. Bye-bye. That kind of thing. As we say, don't let the door hit you on your ass out. I used to be very, very tolerant of that. Brad is finally here. Brad, good to see you. Shout out to Brad, my number one fan. Number one. Brad is so much my number one fan. Brad is ahead of Bread. My number one and number two is Bread. Only then Nannies. Only then. I'm sorry, Nannies. I love you much, but Bread is so much number one. There's nothing we can do about this. It's a rule of nature at this point. No, Brad, no forgiveness. Off with your head. Gene is here. Gene! Hello, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Hello, boys. You are my absolute legends here. Boys and girls, you are all amazing members of the community. Without you, the community is nothing. Salute to all of you. The boss. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Mama is a legend. This is we are the community. We attract people alike. People who are going to troll, we're going to just send them on their ass out. It's going to be very simple. We're going to retain the quality in our community. We're going to have many new additions with time, but they're all going to be awesome. Why? Because we're not going to tolerate any bullshit here. We're not going to tolerate that. Knights of Greg Roundtable. Absolutely. Absolutely. I like that one. Can take a look into crowd. Yeah, of course. Since I haven't taken a look at crowd today, we can do that. Why not? S&P keeps on going down, testing lower as we've expected. Nothing all that surprising. I gotta say, I thought we're gonna see a little bit more of a testing on the upside. This is actually quite painful for people who are not ready for this. We were. That's life. But this is strong. That means we're probably gonna see a retest subsequently when we reach that 5409. I do believe we're gonna see a retest of the higher end 5446 area again. So I doubt we're gonna skip another retest. Although we've tested this to death, if we're gonna objectively look at this, right? If we're gonna look at that level and see how long we've hung out around that level before, we're gonna see that was a highly contested and tested level. But let's see, does that mean this is the breakout or not? I'm suspicious that it's not the case. This number of 4 attempts. Oh, right. No, of course, what am I looking? Well, although, no, it doesn't matter though. Yeah, I have a suspicion that's not the last and final time we test this. And although, you know what, let me just kind of look at this for a sec. Yeah. I have a suspicion this is not the final time. We're probably gonna retest. I'm fairly certain we're gonna do this. I'm fairly certain, and this time around, next time around, when we end up at that level, is gonna be our actual breakdown. That's what I believe, based upon the technicals. Because I mean, look, we have some momentum here to squeeze up still. We know we still have some momentum soon to be squeezed up. One way or another, we're not sure whether it's going to be an uptrend yet, right? Or it's just simply going to complete that little impulse and then subsequently eventually lead up to a correction. We still are bearish overall, but like we said, we still have some movement potentially to the upside before we complete and move more downside. Yeah, so just to kind of keep it in check. All right. Look at Intel. Arnon, we've done Intel. I will kill you. What is this? We already look. Number one. Ha ha ha. Channel. You're my number one. Mike, you're a legend. Brilliant. You guys are awesome. Come on, another 66 likes and Greg will cut his hair. Even if, listen to me very carefully. Even if tomorrow I wake up to 1 million subscribers, the only hair I'm gonna cut is in my armpit, okay? Just to let you know. I'll probably die before I'm gonna cut any of my hair. You know, Samson has his power in his hair. How we would say, forget about it. Yeah. Even if you get 1 million more likes. 10 million, still no. From a technical analysis perspective, how do you see key indicators like moving averages, RSI, and volume trends aligning with potential market movement? Are there specific patterns? Wow, Tom. Wow. Okay, good question. Okay. Well, I mean, I do use stochastic RSI, so that gives me a little bit of a sort of prolonged and cleaner, smoother perception on the actual indicator. So if we're looking at the larger time frames, we know the larger time frames that are very conclusive about, you know, going down. So that is that. Great question, Tom. Killed it. Just knocked it out of the park. Let's see. I mean, in terms of moving averages, I really don't have SMA here, but you see the reason I use this is a form of a linear moving average of the price action, and the moving average, so this basically is a moving average of this. So this is not really bearish and bullish, it's just that people are not familiar with how this indicator works, the stochastic RSI, but it within itself uses in-depth moving average. Volume trends. Well, volume right now is very low, and we can see the turnaround of the volume. This is also very much indicative. It does come through from the volume as well. So we do have some low volume overall if we're looking at the recent trades. But if we're gonna look at the separation between bullish and bearish, it is very distinct. So much so that what we're playing here is that the bulls are basically far too busy with I would say deflecting what the bears are bringing to the table, and all the volume that they can bring is at best mitigating their effects, not canceling them. So the volume is very indicative, and the structure of the volume and the direction, actually very good. We basically go into directional indicators. That there are some very good ones, but technically you can use SPX. You can stochastic RSI as a directional indicator as well. It's just you need to learn how to use your larger time frames in comparison to the smaller time frames, which is what we do here quite often. And if you're going to look at that objectively, what you're going to realize is that bearish volume, basically that bearish momentum or the directional indicator part of things, is already signaling that we're going to go down. This is already like, it is actually, this is exactly the answer to your question. This one crossing, and because it's on the monthly and moving exactly as we said, so we're moving into the rest of September, moving into October, November, and December, and then we'll to the next year, right? So to the end of the year, the following months, all of these months potentially will come through and will show us that the direction that we've been seeing right now. Okay, that I hope that was a comprehensive answer. I hope, Tom, that was a comprehensive answer. Let me go back to the chat. Tom, guys, killed it right now. Yeah, that was like the best question. Everything is aligning. That's the beauty, Tom. It is aligning, and that's kind of why I'm so confident. And Tom, you know better. I don't have to tell you. I've predicted this I've predicted this a long time ago. And Tom can vouch for this. Tom, I spoke to him before I even made any video about it or spoke about it in the community. We were talking about it, and eventually, the closer and the more certain I get, I spoke about this, right? So Tom, all the stuff that I spoke about, then this is what we're seeing now. And you guys see as we go through it, I become more confident because the indicators are far more indicative of exactly what we were talking back then. So, can you also expand a bit about your one-on-one course? Yes, Tom, thank you so much for reminding me. Everybody, I have a one-on-one academy, okay, that I teach on Discord. There's a dedicated, we have a dedicated channel, basically, right? Give me a sec. I'm going to show you right now. Here it is. We have the public members, right? The public partition of things. So we do hang out here quite a bit. Again, shout out 17,800. We are moving closer and closer to that. 18,000, sorry, and 20,000 subsequently, very, very, very soon. 20,000 members on our really, really cool Discord that has everything and anything. Make sure that when you join, you confirm the rules. If you're not going to confirm the rules, you're going to be stuck in limbo like the rest of these people that I'm going to kick in a day or two until they try again. Then make sure that if you are a member, you go to the FAQ channel, which gives you the instructions on how you connect your accounts. And when you do, right, you see all these members are, okay, Tom's Academy. We have a new member for Tom's Academy, and it needs to be moved to our members, right? You see, so this member no longer is in public. That means that member has been moved now to our members area, right? In our members area, that person is now eligible to see Tom's channel, right? Where Tom's Academy, Tom's channels, and more so our members channels. And in the members, we have this one-on-one, which is just like this. I teach my members sharing screen. I teach them, I show them just like that, right? We do all that wonderful stuff just like that. I share screen with them, and I teach them how I do technical analysis. I teach them to do that very same thing. There is a dedicated course to it. Like I said, it's a one-on-one. It's like a private tutor teaching you one-on-one. Instead of how you get a tutor for your kids for math, I teach technical analysis. All right, that is how, and I teach you far more in-depth stuff, advanced tools, how to come up with the matrix that we work with when it comes to the market, when it comes to which tools, when to use, why to use, how they work, how good they are, all that stuff. Some of my students are here in the chat, can talk about that. I currently have only 3 spots available. I've opened up 5 spots, right? 2 have already been taken. 3 spots left. The way to sign up is to reach out to me on Discord, direct message me, DM me, okay? It's very simple. Don't talk to scammers. Tom and I have very distinct, very unique profile. Everything is, you see, animated and moving and all that great stuff. And so is Tom's, right? You see animated and cool looking like that, right? We need to fix Tom's thumbnail, but Tom usually has this, you see, also this shiny stuff, all that booster stuff, many roles that no one can have other than us, you see, all that beautiful stuff. That's how you discern who we are. And reach out to me, simply message me, right? You just send me a message. You'll have a message option here, or just double click, send me a message. We have a short call one-on-one, and we proceed from there. That is a quick summary about the Academy. You want to be able to predict the market and the market behavior, the price action, the minutia, the everyday sort of stuff, as I am doing in my lives. This is where I teach how to do exactly that. That's about that, ladies and gents. A bit of a presentation about everything. And then he's clean from macro scale. Do people have widely different approaches and philosophies to technical analysis? I know most pattern recognition, but curious how varies from person to person. K1? Yes, that's correct. There are various strategies, various approaches, various tools. How do they differ? You need to learn all of them. Some of them work more consistently than others. Look, it's like the correct range will work always. The question is, how well do you know how to use that range, right? I've proven myself to the community, to the industry, to my acquaintances, friends, YouTube at this point, far and beyond a lot of known YouTubers that have been around for over a decade, which when I was busy actually working in the industry, while they were flapping their lips here, Tom and I were busy working. So now we've got to a level we can afford and allow ourselves to have a different lifestyle, different sort of approach to things. We decided to build a great community and teach this community how to work these tools, how to become professional, as close as possible to professional as we know. Yes, the strategies, the psychology, the philosophies, well, the philosophy still is very much similar, just knowing about the philosophies. The technical analysis tools do differ. Oftentimes, people who know barely the basic tools, the stuff I learned as a junior for my first week in a course, they present themselves as experts because they know these. This is hilarious to me. The market is far more advanced. You don't take seriously a handyman who comes up with a set of tools from Best Buy. If you expect a serious handyman to have a bare minimum of a Makita, a bare minimum, you'll have in fact brands I don't even know about, right? Brands that are many times better. Makita is probably the low end. In fact, I mean, this just goes to show how that's not really my profession. I mean, Bosch and Makita are probably like hilarious for actual professional handyman, right? They probably have stuff we don't even know that exists, costs 10 times more. Same thing. Yeah, and I offer my course very cheap, like literally 50% off. Just for you to know, it's just like buying a Lambo for $100, a brand new one, that is. Don't be smart asses. Advanced tools. How his grandfather. All right. And you join Discord. Nanny is 1000% correct. You join the Discord. You can decide for your own self. Don't expect me to be a salesperson. I'm a shitty salesperson. I'm very bad at that. I will scare you. I'll tell you all the truth. You don't like it, we're not compatible. Not a big problem. I'm fine with that. If you find scammers, send him my way. I usually have a long chat with them. Yeah, if you stumble upon a scammer, wish them all the worst life can offer them and block them. I'm not going to be too specific because YouTube will definitely punish me for what I would say. But wish them all the worst life can offer and don't feel bad about it. Those are people who abuse vulnerable people and steal money from. Basically, they are thieves. They are just the scum of the earth. So send them on their ass as far as possible. Greg, can you talk about media doublespeak to warn the viewers? Tom, thank you. You are one of the best mods and helpers here. Thank you so much. There is a double speak that is happening, and I've been warning about this. The market makers have conditioned the retail trader to be attentive to certain keywords, to certain phrases, to certain things, and as long as you keep on hearing them, you keep on locked in. This is how they boil the crab. If the market is a zero-sum game, it's something we all need to remember, and at the end of the day, if they want to be unloading, they need people to be buying. And you would think, well, there's always somebody to buy. Not really. When you unload the amounts that they do, it's not all that simple. Now, there are, of course, they don't handle their balance sheets the same way. Okay, Arnon is okay. Arnon is allowed. Arnon is allowed. Shout out to Arnon for the super sticker thingy. And because it's a zero-sum game, at the end of the day, if they want to be selling, if they want to be unloading, they need many buyers. So they need to be able to do what is known as double speak. Basically, talk to two different groups of people at the same time. So one group of people can hear, so two groups of people hear the same text, but two different groups, these two parts of the group, basically comprehend and hear two different parts of it and focus on two different parts. So for them, for the retail, they're not even warning the rest of the market makers. They don't need to. The market makers know what they're doing. It's not like, oh guys, we know better than you do. Trust me, they all in the know. But more so, they're doing this double speak to cover their own ass. So later they'll say, guys, we told you that there might be issues. Here we are saying it. We are saying that there's high potential. You didn't want, if it would have been right now on the upside, you don't want to lose all that upside, don't you? Right? So this double speak has been practiced for many years now, even before the common age of the internet, before, when all the news used to come in radio form and all that. So at the end of the day, what they're doing is, and they have fiduciary duty to their clients. You are not their clients. What they are doing, they're basically using their ability to convince you to be the new buyers, right? To be the new suckers. I'm sorry to use that terminology, but in suckers, there's a reason why this quote exists. Suckers don't die; they just get replaced, right? Think about it. If the market makers just switch money back and forth, what are they doing? Nothing. For the market to grow, the retail need to come in. To lose money into the market, go away. Most people, that's what they do. More so, most people do the horrible fallacy of coming into the market, spending years of accumulating a whole bunch of money to one batch and then just losing it in one go. So what you've done the hard work for them. You've collected all the sheep and then you just gave it away. Very good. Because you're going to capitulate because, well, you don't have enough ammunition to survive the firefight, if you will. They always have ammunition. That's the beauty. That's why having dry powder. Does that mean you should all run away from the market? No, we said this before. The market is naturally bullish. You use these times, like Baron Rothschild said, I'm never going to get bored saying this, buy when the blood is in the street, even if the blood is your own, right? Guys, this sentence, guys and girls, this sentence is not to be taken lightly. It's a brilliant strategy. It is the most important strategy. It's the foundation of any healthy portfolio. Okay, so I cannot reiterate or say or emphasize that enough. Understand that if you're a trader, you're a trader. If you are what we or some people or call as investors or long-term traders, you should not waver or should be scared because of these everyday movements, or even if it's a significant drop, good, it's drop, wonderful, cheap prices. Break even on the other buy-ins, sell them, no problem on their break even, keep your lower price average. You see, there's a strategy to everything. Don't be running around like a headless chicken when the prices are cheap. Be smart. Be Tom. Don't be a headless chicken, be Tom. This needs to be a t-shirt, I'm telling you guys. An hour. No problem. Sekor, you can always rewind. I mean, it was a fun watch. We're just kind of following the market as we were going. Since I know you are around most of the time, we didn't do anything we're not prepared for, so for us that's rather regular. People who don't want to watch, give him the Excel, Greg. Give him the Excel. Tom, you're such a legend. Yeah. I'm going to throw the Excel at Arnon, break his head. I am off to see guys in Discord. Yeah, see you in Discord, Arnon. See you later, brother. Don't run around. Be Tom. Don't be a headless chicken. I mean, don't be train hopping. There are many metaphors we use, but that's the beauty of what Tom does. Is just, we said, bulletproof, guys. If you don't have that foundation, everything else is redundant. First build that, make sure you have that working for you, then proceed. I'm not here to be your mama and papa, tell you what to do. You are your own account managers, right? But we tell you from experience that this stuff works. I'll definitely rewind. Yeah. Secor, come on. I mean, you have to. You made it. Rewatch. Yeah. Nannies, you are a legend. An absolute best mod on the planet. Yeah, Sekor, you should rewatch. It was a really good stream today, I think. It was a little bit longer than usual. We're already like 22 minutes. We're like 1 hour, 22 minutes, so a little bit longer than usual, but I don't think I'm going to be doing an evening one, so that's why I chose to do a little bit of a longer one, so we can just kind of hang out as a community. You can ask me for tickers I can check out and whatnot. We got to do that stuff. You boys and girls are absolute legends for showing up. I highly recommend to those who didn't show up in time to rewatch. Okay, sure. Yeah. Oh, Tom, that's the fixture thing, right? That's the Tom. That's the thing. That's the thing, guys. This is a killer thing that Tom brought. It's been having an up and down. Tom, you wanna tell them what it is? You wanna write what it is? A little bit in a word or two. So I think it's the fixture thing, right? With the lamp thing, the lighting fixtures. This is guys. This is some killer stuff. This has a lot of potential. Just if you think about it in terms of how much of a consumer staple this can become, this is crazy. Casey, shout out to you. Yeah, another super thingy. I don't know how to make them like pop on the screen. I'm not sure. How do go to channel? No, not timeout. I don't know how I make these things appear on the live. It's probably because I don't have that feature here. No, I can't pin it for some reason. Casey, shout out. I can't pin it for some reason, but shout out to Casey, super chat. I can't even like it. What is it doing? Why can't I like this thing? That's so weird. Anyway. So, guys, this is, yeah. Oh my God, Tom. This is a, Tom, come on, please explain. Basically, it's a connective, toshevet, how to, it's like a hub mount thingy for lighting fixtures that will make the work for the contractors a lot easier. All right. And so that's not necessarily a consumer product directly, but more so it will become a consumer staple because the real money in it, as far as I can tell, is selling the units that are going to be connected to these hubs. Because if the hubs are in all apartments, all houses, and basically they work under a particular sort of regulated type, if you will, right? They're going to have proprietary tech. This is a huge moat. Huge moat. It has stupendous potential. It's still very speculative and it still kind of is having a bit of a hard time. It's going up and down, but because it's so cheap, the potential here is just enormous. Enormous. This is a really, really cool idea. And because it's not really, look, the more houses we're going to build, the more better this will going to be doing, right? It just kind of sort of makes sense. So this is actually pretty cool. Again, this is a really pretty cool idea. If that sort of explains the idea, I'm gonna try and give it a look on the technical side of things, but it's very, very problematic. Let me just see. Maybe I was jumping the gun. Yes. That's what I was thinking. The lighting fixtures. Yes. I was not wrong. It's Tom's idea. Absolutely Tom's idea. It's absolutely great idea. I gotta say, as a story-wise, right? It is great. It has a very great story. But in terms of technicals, it is very problematic. Still, and it does have a lot of upside potential, but that upside potential is going to be very volatile for the upcoming year or so. But yeah, I mean, look, the monthly basically is the opposite of the rest of the market. Like, just kind of look at this thing. It has a lot of potential. Yeah, we're not going to get 3 months. Don't wait. We don't have enough data. But it has lots of potentials, boys and girls. Even if it's just picking up, if it's just sort of going through the motions, right? A lot of assets start like this. That's just the the reality of the thing. But this has potential, and it actually is just crossing over. It doesn't mean that it's not going to cross over back down and have a little bit more pain there. So that, for those who are going to find it, it's stupid cheap. It's just stupid cheap. You can buy a metric ton of it and make a decent profit on it later down the line. Very nice idea. I myself cannot vouch for the success of it. I did not look deep enough, but what I have seen and what I have looked into, it is a very great idea that potentially has very high upside. So I have to acknowledge that. And even the market technicals are recognizing it. Doesn't mean it's not going to be tomorrow or straightforward, right? Just kind of to put that into perspective. All right, boys and girls. We're gonna adjourn this live simply because I need to go do other things. I think we've watched the market and seen nothing that we have not predicted is going on, so we're good on that front. We already covered also what we should be expecting. We're kind of seeing more downside here, at least on a short-term time frame. More downside. Mitigating, so in between, but still don't forget the vast majority of time frames are bearish, hence we're going to get a lot more bearish momentum here. That's just the reality of things. Boys and girls, I love you a metric ton, all of you. Literally, thank you from the core of my soul. Those who are not yet subscribed, didn't like or do all that great stuff that needs to be done in order for you to be informed when I actually go live, and not tell me, oh, Greg, YouTube is an a-hole, didn't tell me. YouTube is not at fault. You need to move the bell to everything. Like and subscribe, of course. Yeah, if you're interested in joining us on the Patreon, the link is in the description below, plus was posted here by Nannies several times over. You can just find it very easily. Join us. And that's it. John S. I don't think Greg said September would be the bottom. No, not at all. Where do we see John S? What did I miss? John S. What will be the signs of the market floor? John, we're so far from the floor. We're just kind of... When the floor will happen, John, I promise you, we will all agree that it's the bottom. Everyone, all the bulls, bears, everyone in between, we're all gonna agree it's the bottom. I promise you that one. Nannies, thank you for making me see this message. Thank you. I'd be wrong. He's waiting for the TA to show it's the bottom. But yes, Nannies also correct. Yeah, we're gonna definitely see through TA as well, see confirmation through technical analysis that we're hitting a bottom or some range of bottom, right? Because the bottom could be not a singular point price point or line, if you will, or support. No, it can be a range. So yeah, there's that. Everyone, Nanny just posted Discord link and Patreon link. Those who want to join, $10 a month, and you get to hang out with us every day, listen to my stupid voice every day, hear my stupid opinions every day, pretty much, unless I'm on vacation or something bad. Greg is Patreon is huge value. Yes, it's not just Greg's, it's Greg's and Tom's, because it's both of us. It's Tom's and Greg's. You're gonna get, but for $10. The Discord that combines both Tom and I. So, and our nonsense and the stuff in between, the giveaways, the Zoom calls. Between us both, we do more than 8 different communities altogether. No joke. We make sure to provide the community experience we ourselves would want to get. That's what we do. If you like that, welcome. If you don't, see ya. All right, boys and girls, love you much. That was absolutely awesome. I don't think I'll show up for the evening. I might show up on the Discord for a little bit of a hangout with our members, just converse and see what we can see, maybe talk about it. If it will be an extreme situation, I might go live from wherever I am, whatever I'm doing. I'm going to see if I need to. But otherwise, we're probably going to meet up over the weekend. My students who restarting, all that great stuff. We're gonna this sort of from Saturday onwards, I will be restarting everything. The academy, you can sign up. The one-on-one academy, you need to DM me, direct message me. We have a call, and that's how you sign up. There is no other way to do so. That's it, boys and girls. Love you much. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye.